Okay, that wasn't pretty or anything, but the Leafs spoil Martin St. Louis' debut in New York. Bozak should have been in Sochi. He should have asked for a trade.
What? You serious?
Mind blown. We need ideas.
I'm dumb.
Silly hard. We get to the game, please.
Oh, for the first time in this house, let me just prep my sleeves. The Leafs win 3-2 in overtime over the New York Rangers. What a story of perseverance and overcoming adversity. I mean, you get a 2-0 lead in the third period. As Don Cherry famously said, that's the most difficult lead to play with in hockey. And then, of course, the evil, diabolical Rangers take a penalty, lulling the Leafs into a false sense of security. Which, frankly, I think is cheating. I mean, they're tricking their opponent. It's dishonest. And so is taking steroids and human growth hormone. So basically, the Rangers lulling the Leafs into a false sense of security by taking a penalty is just like taking steroids. I want all the Rangers to be suspended. Because just like the Rangers planned it, Ryan McDonough puts it off Dion Phaneuf's skate. He knew his skate was going to be there, and the lead is cut to 1. And then, of course, the Leafs are all flustered, like we just wanted to play a game of hockey, be nice and honest with our opponents, may the best man win, and then Dominic Moore, that big meanie, scored and tied it up. Did you notice that the first 2 letters in Dominic Moore's name are D-O, and that his last name is Moore? Do more what? Do more steroids, you cheaters? I mean, you saw the Leafs play against the Islanders. You saw them give up 2 shorthanded goals on the same penalty. Why are you picking on the Leafs? This little, small market team, you can't give them a break. But you see, guys, evil never prevails. Phil Kessel out in front to Tyler Bozak, scores. Leafs win 3-2. First win since the Olympic break, and they move into third. Third in the Atlantic. So here's what that means. The Leafs were in the top wild card spot, so that means they would play the division leader in the East, or the conference leader in the East, sorry, that was the lesser of the 2 leaders. Pittsburgh's leading their conference, Boston is leading theirs. Boston doesn't have as many points as Pittsburgh, therefore the Leafs would be playing Boston. But with the Leafs leapfrogging Tampa Bay, moving into third in the Atlantic, do you know who they'd be playing in the first round if the playoffs started today? I'll give you a clue. It's not the California Seals. PK Subban, Max Pacioretty, and Carey Price, the Montreal Canadiens. Oh please make this happen. Please just let the Leafs play the Habs in the playoffs. I'll do anything. I'll even stop talking about homoerotic fan fiction on my podcast. Maybe. I got a few questions of the game for you, and I expect the comment section to get flooded. First, Leafs and Habs play first round. Who wins? Last year, I saw Montreal as the clear favorite over Ottawa, and sure enough, Ottawa stomped them in 5 games. I know one thing for sure, that thing's going 7. Whether the Habs suck and the Leafs are great, or the Habs are great and the Leafs suck, they always play each other tight. Except for the annual tradition of one of them losing like 6-0 to the other. Most of them are shootouts and overtime. Ain't no shootouts in the playoffs, kid. I won't cop out. I said it would go 7. I gotta go with the Leafs. Not necessarily because I think they're the better team, but because screw the Habs. You got some great players, some very underrated players. You're a very exciting hockey team to watch, but eat poo. Second question of the game, I saw TSN talking about it, some of the radio stations I was listening to talking about it. The topic du jour is Tyler Bozak a #1 center? Of course, it's very easy to talk about after he has a 2-goal performance, but damn, I've liked him all season long. I don't have a complaint. I still think Kessel could be playing with a better one, but with Kessel and JVR clicking the way they are, and Bozak having the season he's having, there's really not much to complain about. Bozak's got 37 points in 40 games. And you know how much I love Grabo, but I will be the first to point out Grabowski, 33 points in 50 games, so he's got fewer points in more games. Although, in fairness to him, I think the Caps are misusing him too. That entire team defends like the Leafs on the power play. So the question, not so much is Bozak a #1 center. It's quite clear that he is, because he's been playing that way for like 2 years. So I'll make it more broad. How do you feel about Tyler Bozak on the Toronto Maple Leafs? How do you think he's doing in the role he's in? Do you think he should be in the role he's in? Can the Leafs win a cup with Tyler Bozak as the #1 center? I think he's performing very admirably. I think he's doing a great job. Not sure he's the guy to win it all with. But pie in the sky, imagine him as the #2 with a superior center, Kadri in there too. Oh my god. Although they'd probably just play Kadri before. And 3, although I think I brought it up in the last video, are you mad the Leafs didn't do anything at the deadline? I think it makes sense. That's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. If you want more of my opinions on the trade deadline, how the Leafs did, how everyone else did, just uploaded a brand new Panago Pizza Steve Dangle podcast, link down below, and did a brief recap recap video of the trade deadline, link down below as well. Podcast fans, you'll notice that producer Chris wasn't on to talk about the Luongo trade. Don't worry, we're recording a new one tomorrow and it's going to be great. Click like if you like this video, click subscribe if you really liked it, and I'll see you next time. First win in the new digs, no longer cursed.